Good evening and welcome to another edition of the Press Box. Brian Carson here with my co-host Kenny Varner. How you doing, Kenny V?
I am doing great, Brian. Just got done with a special needs football game against Lewistown Cabinets, and it was great.
Cool. How'd you do?
We won this one. We're actually 4-1-1 right now. So it's been a fun season.
Cool.
So how are you doing?
Oh, I'm hanging in there, my friend. Just writing a lot of news stuff. I miss sports, but the news things are keeping me busy. I wrote an editorial today on Goose Day,
Nice.
which will be in the paper. I don't know when, but Goose Day coming up this month. Big tradition in Mifflin County, and
Okay.
all that good stuff. I've been watching the U.S. Open tennis, really getting into that, and I'm waiting for football
Oh yeah.
tomorrow night, buddy. Tomorrow night kicks it off. Kansas City Chiefs. How the hell they win it, I don't know, but they did. So it's going to be a good season, I think.
Yeah.
We'll see. Steelers have named Russell Wilson the starter.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see how he does. Eagles are one of the favorites
Mm-hmm.
in the NFC. My Rams, I think, are going to be pretty good. So I'm excited for. I'm not excited for college football.
Mm.
My Bruins of UCLA won, but they had to get a field goal to beat Hawaii.
Oh wow.
And no offense to Hawaii, but if you're barely beating Hawaii, what are you going to do against the Big Ten?
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
It's going to be an ugly year for us until we could start recruiting better.
I know you hate this team, but USC looked mighty tough against LSU.
Who?
Uh,
Yeah, I know they did, but you still got the two beasts, Georgia and Ohio State,
mhm.
and they rolled. I know they're good. I was surprised how bad Georgia beat Clemson.
Yeah, who would have thought?
Now Ohio State, they were supposed to blow out. I forget who they played, 52-6, but to take Clemson and just annihilate them 34-3, wow, that was
That
impressive.
was impressive. Yeah, I was surprised at how well Penn State did right off the bat against a tough team like West Virginia.
Oh yeah, because West Virginia is no slouch, not at
Mhm.
all. I was surprised by that myself that they did so well against them.
Mm-hmm. But they better
So
watch out. They got a tough one this weekend.
yeah, Bowling Green,
Yeah.
Bowling Green, Bowling Green's coming in to get their money, get their big fat check, get killed, and leave.
Yeah.
So tell me about your special needs team. How's it going this year? How you feel they've been playing and all that good stuff.
uh, we're having a good season. We're down a few players this year. We're about 15. But we go through these, cycles where some years we have up before COVID, we had over 30. So, you know, right now we're about at 15, 16. And we kind of shook things up a little bit this year to kind of make it more like football instead of just, a game of chase. We've implemented first down markers, and we've put like the passing game, we've limited it to wherever you catch it, you're down. Kind of
I
make it
see.
a little bit more like football, and tweaking it a little so to risk or to lower the risk of injuries. We haven't had many um, injuries in the 18 years that we've done this, and we don't want to have any from.
No.
So, but the team's looking good. They're having fun. We got a lot more teams. Like tonight, we played Lewistown Cabinets. That was the first time we've played them in a couple years, and it was great to have them back.
Nice.
I think you might know Jerry Snow and Danny Knapp.
Who was the one? Jerry, you broke up when the
Snell,
who?
Jerry Snell.
Oh yeah, yeah. Know him really well. And who's the other one?
Danny Knapp.
Oh yeah.
So always a lot of fun with them. But we have a jam-packed schedule this year, which is great. We've got about 20 games on the slate. Hopefully, weather permitting, we'll get all of them in. And at the end of the year, in the Super Bowl, we are going to be playing the county commissioners, coached by Kevin Kodish.
Oh my God.
So it's going to be a fun season.
I'm going to predict something here right now.
What's that?
You will win that game.
I'm looking forward to it because I can go bragging rights here and say I beat Kevin Kodish. I won't tell him what sport, but I'll just say I beat him in a coaching match. So,
That is funny.
Hopefully that'll happen. So you never know, though. Yeah, we're always looking for teams, though, and get a hold of me if anybody wants to get a team together or have a team and want to play us. Just feel free to reach out.
Cool. Yeah, do that. Could be a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I know I don't mean to kill your thunder, steal your thunder. I know you probably haven't been a shout out, but I got to mention Carter Smith.
Yes.
And what he did at the Big Valley Invitational.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead. I was just agreeing with you.
To come across and win that thing. First cross-country race ever. And he ran it in 15:30. Just freaking amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, your first race, like today he won at Cumberland Valley, ran 17:10 because he probably wasn't going as hard as he had to. As he had to at BVI, but to put that into perspective, if people saw my story in the Sentinel, he is only the third Mifflin County high school runner to win the BVI. Braden Harris did it in 2017 and John Caldwell in 2012. And Harris won it in AAA. He didn't win overall. All three classes together, Caldwell won it, and now Carter Smith won it.
And the conditions were not exactly pristine. It was a little damp, little wet. It was slippy conditions, and they were still to get that result was very, very impressive.
And to show you how impressive it was, I went back to last year's state cross country to look at times. And if he would have ran that last year, he would have finished second in the state.
Wow.
Yeah. Only Drew Griffith of Parkland would have been ahead of him. That's how good of a run it was.
Jeez.
The kid is very impressive. We had the Hidleys, we had Skylar Ciccolini. We got another one. This kid's something special. He won the 800 indoors, which you covered, I think.
Yep.
He was third 800 outdoors. Almost won, just missed a medal in the mile, the 1600. And now here he is winning BVI. I am interested to see how far he can go in cross country, something he didn't do his first 2 years, but just a heck of an athlete and a runner. And I was talking to our buddy Jeff Miller, and Miller said that he's got this rare combination of stamina and speed. Has both. so he can do the stamina stuff, and then if he has to, at the back end, kick it into another gear.
Wow, that is impressive. Yeah, you don't usually get that combination. It's either or, you know.
Yeah, I mean, he's going to be somebody to keep an eye on this year. You run a time like that, and you're only going to get better as the season goes along. He actually could win a state title.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know about Indian Valley, Lewistown. If somebody knows, let us know. But I know that Mifflin County's never, that this high school has never had a state champion in lacrosse, boys or girls. I know in '86 the Chief Logan girls team won a state title. But
Yeah,
I don't know if there's been an individual state champion in cross country in Mifflin County, the whole county's history.
hmm. Well, I'll
And
tell you
he's
what, with the way that the whole team is going, you know, don't be surprised if they're up for it too.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was really Alex Monroe. My God,
Mm-hmm.
clap for him. I mean, in this, they finished second to state college in AAA, third overall. Uh, Great runs by Wyatt Kaufman and who am I forgetting?
Reese Cubison.
Yeah, and Reese Cubison, Kylie's brother,
Mm-hmm.
and all the good kids. I mean, they really did a heck of a job, and it's going to be fun to watch the watch the Husky boys this year to see what they can do in districts and
Mm-hmm.
quite possibly get a couple to states.
Yeah, it's going to be quite a match whenever State College and them run. I believe
Yeah,
they run against each other, don't
yeah. The thing is there's no margin for error.
they? Mm-hmm.
That's the only bad part. State College honestly has got too much depth, I think. And
Mm-hmm.
the bad thing about AAA is they take the team champion and then the next five. That's it.
Oh. Mm.
So you really have to be, there's no margin for error. You have to run a hell of a race to be in there. But say State College gets the team, Carter's going to be there.
Oh yeah, yeah, most definitely.
He keeps running like that. Carter will be there, and I honestly think we got a chance with Cubison and Kaufman too,
Mm-hmm.
which would be fun to see.
Yeah, Cubison made it last year, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'd be good. It'd be nice to see a good job already by Alex Monroe. They beat Cumberland Valley. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 21-40. So pretty
Yeah.
good all the way around. And I didn't mean, like I said, I know he's going to be a shout out, but you can still shout him out. But we had to bring special mention to him.
Oh, most definitely, most
and
definitely.
and what he did. And the Juniata, which you probably got some shout outs too. The Juniata boys did a hell of a job. They finished second. Lewisburg, a powerhouse in cross country, was there at Big Valley for the first time, and they won the boys title.
Mm.
And Strout finished second behind Jonathan Hess. Hess was fifth in the state last year in Double A. So good. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that's definitely a sport to keep an eye on this year. Sometimes that gets overlooked, but everyone out there, keep an eye out for Juniata and Mifflin County, both boys and girls, because I think the girls for Juniata are also could be up in line for a district title.
Yeah, they had a runner out, so they only had 4 at Big Valley Invitational. You need 5, so they couldn't officially score. But yeah, Sylvia Brubaker finished 5th. Oh my God, Colleen, I think it is. They had another girl, a new girl, finished 10th. Damn. Her name escapes me. I'll get it then. But yeah, I mean, if you take away Lewisburg and some of these people that come, right?
Mm-hmm.
Juniata boys are the favorite in Double A,
Mm-hmm.
so they would get the whole team through.
Just like
Because you
Quincy,
had, because you
right?
had Wyatt, yeah, you had Wyatt second, Wyatt Straub. You had Joey Baumberger fourth, and Wesley Arizman finished eighth. So three top tens for the Indians. Once again, the amazing Jeff Miller.
Mm-hmm. What a program he's built in just a
Yeah,
little bit of time there. I mean,
and I got
but
something. I don't want to be an asshole,
uh-huh.
and I understand times are tough.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I could be wrong, but I think Miller does not get paid
Oh wow.
for doing this.
Mm.
I don't think he does. I'd have to check, but I think if anybody deserves to be paid, it's him.
Oh, most definitely.
Because the two most successful things at Juniata are football and the cross country program.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and softball.
Who?
Let's not forget softball.
I know. I did that deliberately because I was hoping Bub would listen and say
Oh, okay.
something.
Whoops.
I know. And softball. I mean, they're good athletically. They got some good good
Mhm.
teams, good programs.
And I guess they got a good group of junior high kids coming up through
Yeah.
a couple years.
And Logan Arndt, the tennis coach who we had on last week, I feel for him, with the condition. I sent you pictures. The condition of
Oh,
those courts
yeah,
is
that's
is
horrible.
horrific. A kid's going to get hurt playing on them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now I do know not to jump on the school or anything. I don't think the school owns those courts.
Mm.
They use them behind. I guess it's behind the library or something. The
Yes.
school owns the courts at the school, but not them.
Mm.
And whoever upkeeps those courts, if it's the county, shame on you, county commissioners, for letting that get like that. Shame on you. Now I
Yeah.
have everybody hating me.
Well, those pictures you showed me, it's like, how do you expect
Sick,
that?
isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I should have uploaded them to the computer so I could show people what these kids have to play on.
Yeah.
Horrible. So before we get football stuff,
Uh-huh.
early season we've already talked about Carter Smith,
Mm-hmm.
the cross country. Anything else? Any other team or individuals that has impressed you so far in the early going in the fall?
Yeah, I actually have. I've been kind of on the bandwagon here back when they were good, but I really am impressed with Belfont football. They won another one that they weren't supposed to win last week.
Yeah, Central.
Yeah, it was Central and then Clearfield, I believe. Wasn't it?
No, Clearfield's unbeaten.
Okay, it was. Hmm.
Uh, we'll get it.
Yeah.
Chestnut Ridge.
Yes. Yes. I knew it started with a C.
Central and Chestnut Ridge. Yeah, they were the underdog in both of those games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's great to see this program take those steps. That they have. Um, there, Liam
Hol-
Holderman been
Holderman.
something.
It all started when they put him in at quarterback
Mhm.
halfway through last year.
Right, and they got hot towards the end of the season, and then unfortunately they went up against a very tough Juniata team that we'll talk about. I'm definitely sure we'll talk about here in a couple minutes.
Yeah,
But yeah, the coach has his players believing in the program. I know they're working hard in the off season. Um, the kids believe, and if you got the kids and following you, and they'll do anything for you. You got yourself the basis of a great um, wrestling, or great football culture.
Yeah, and a lot of times when a new coach comes in, it takes time for the kids to learn their system,
Hmm.
to really grasp the concepts. So, yeah, Belfont, good for them. Anybody else?
Yeah, Juniata football. Oh my gosh, they played
Steel High, man.
and wore and bruised and battered them. Those kids were they got 14 points up on Juniata, and Juniata survived the tide, and started just like Coach Kondo said, playing caveman football, old school football, hit them hard, play tough. Their running game with Javier Lopez was working. I think they only got Jasper one pass, Jasper Sheps, and the Borman kid had a hell of a catch in the end zone for a touchdown to help the comeback. But yeah, those guys really put a licking on Steel High, and there were players down right and left. They were cramping up. You could tell what team was, better fitted. Was in better shape.
Well, I know one thing. It was a big win. I mean, even though they lost quite a bit, Steel High was back to back state champions.
Mm-hmm.
And Juniata pounded them. You're right. But I do have one bit of advice. No matter who you're playing, you have an athlete like Jasper Sheps, you get him the ball more than once.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what you have to do. You, you get him the ball more than once. How about it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but their running game was popping off 4 or 5 yards at a pop. Just
Excuse
they
me.
rode it, and you could tell by the end of the first half. It was kind of like, when I was thinking about it, it was kind of like Rocky Four, when Rocky hit Drago after being getting the poop kicked out of him for a while.
Yeah.
He hit Drago and there was blood. That's what happened with Steel High. Juniata, started to take that one. They got a touchdown right before the halftime, and that was the punch that Juniata needed to knock them out eventually. So
I must break you, Kenny. Josh, what's up, guy? Yeah, Josh did what I did. I will break you. See, that's the first thing you got to say when you mention Rocky Four.
mm,
Josh, I know you covered HWF. Did you tell those pussy sons of Mifflin County they're in trouble for putting Kenny in a headlock? We're coming for those. We're coming for those idiots. Okay, good.
yes, he did. Okay. There was a cool moment at the last HWF match. They beat Neverfall. Isn't that the group's name?
Yeah,
The
how'd they do that?
Yeah, that that I'm not sure of, but after the win, right? We asked them, what would happen after the win and how great it would be. Well,
Yeah,
it couldn't get any more sweeter, so you thought. But right after the win, Moss went on one knee and asked Pitchick to marry him.
I hope she
So,
said no. I hope she said no.
I got to play them guys yet in football again, so I don't need another headlock.
I hope she said no. My God. Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
Did she say yes?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, I see that. Josh said she was in tears. Was she in tears because she said yes, or because she actually didn't think he was serious, and now she's screwed because she's got to marry him now?
Josh, help me out here.
Yes, what? She didn't realize he was going to say yes.
Oh,
Don't worry, Kenny. He won't headlock you. Just give him a pile driver, baby, on me.
I'll wear a helmet when they play us next.
Oh, well, that's nice to know she was happy. Good for her and
Good.
him.
Yeah.
Um, NFL's coming up.
Mhm.
Everybody, I read The Athletic and they're picking the Chiefs again. I do not see anybody three-peating.
No, I think there's
I
too many.
don't.
Don't you?
No, if the Patriots couldn't do it, the Chiefs aren't.
Right.
No, not going to happen.
I can't see Patrick Mahomes staying healthy. You just know after 2 years like that, he's gonna eventually get hit where he's not gonna be able to get up for a while.
Well, he's so damn good and creative. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, they could get back to the Super Bowl, but
Oh
I
yeah.
don't. It's just three-peating. No, it's not going to happen. I don't care what they say. People, Chiefs fans can be pissed. It's not going to happen. FSU is not as good as they think. That's all. Uh, they got all these kids again like last year through the transfer portal, but this year's a different year, and it looks like losing Travis. Look who both Jared Verse and Braden Fisk went to the Rams in the draft. That's huge losses on the defensive side. They're not the same team.
No. Speaking of transfer portal,
Yeah.
Dabo refuses to use it. What's up with that?
I admire him so much for not wanting to do it,
Mm-hmm.
but it's what everybody's doing, and if he doesn't,
Yeah.
he's going to get killed by the Georges and he's going to get fired.
Yeah.
But I admire him for not doing it. I don't like it either. But
Oh yeah.
uh,
You got to respect the hell out of it,
but yeah, in that's the way it is in this day and age. And unless you are really recruiting studs above studs, like Georgia can do, uh, that's how you're not going to compete. I mean, you're just not. Josh, the Packers, I don't know. Do you think the Packers could win the Super Bowl, Kenny?
no. No.
I mean, the love is better than what I thought.
But is he? I mean, he really doesn't have that sample size.
I'm gonna write down who's gonna win the Super Bowl. I'm gonna put it in the comments. I think Kenny knows who I'm gonna pick.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Let's look. Who did Brian pick? Uh oh! The official pick of the press box. No, Rams are going to be good. I don't know if they're very young. Do you know we are the second youngest team in the NFL?
No. Who's first?
Um, Packers.
Packers.
Yeah, two
That's
playoff teams. Packers, Rams. I honestly think I can't even believe this is coming out of my mouth. I can't. I honestly believe the Lions.
Yeah, that would be awesome. That would be awesome.
And the one I hate to say, too, I never thought I'd say this. I mean, because I don't like them. That's why I never thought I'd say this. If these guys could get their head on straight and be healthy, there's no denying that the Eagles have the most talent on any roster in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
They are freaking loaded with talent. Loaded.
Well, what do you think of the coach, though? Do you think?
I think the coach is arrogant
Mm-hmm.
for accomplishing nothing so far. And I think the other thing that holds them back was like last year, their secondary sucks.
Mm-hmm.
But offensively, come on. Look at that talent.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't know. Saquon, can he still do it? I think so.
Yeah, most definitely. They got to learn to use them right, though. That's the thing.
Got to protect them. Jalen Hurts.
Mm-hmm.
You've got A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, and now they got Jahan Dotson.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's a steal.
Yeah, Dallas Goedert at tight end, and then the line, which was one of the best in football, is back, except for Kelsey, and that's a big loss at center.
Yeah.
But they have a good pass rush. Yeah, they have a great defense except for the secondary. That's the only reason why I think my Rams won't do it. Offensively, our offense can go with anybody, even the Chiefs. If they're healthy, you got Stafford, Kupp, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, and I think Blake Corum that we drafted from Michigan is going to be a heck of a running back too. Ours is our defense. Aaron Donald retired, and they're so damn young on defense.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. But yeah, I'd say in the NFC, I still think the Rams, you have to consider them contenders. Eagles, Lions, 49ers, Rams. And AFC, Chiefs. I don't know about the Bills. They always choke.
And they don't have Stephon Diggs anymore.
Right. I'd say the biggest challenger to the Chiefs, if they can get home field, because they're not in the winter in the playoffs, is the Miami Dolphins.
Mm.
They have so much talent and so much speed.
Mm-hmm.
No, not the Chargers.
No, not this.
I know Jim Harbaugh is a great coach, but you cannot. They lost to free agency Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. No.
And isn't Herbert in a boot right now?
Yeah. Yeah, and Herbert's in a walking boot. You can't lose all that skill position talent and be a Super Bowl caliber team. Not when Quentin Johnston is going to be your top number one receiver.
Mm. I think the Bears are a team to watch in just making the playoffs. I think Williams is definitely got a lot of talent and might be the best Chicago quarterback that they had since Sid Luckman. And, I see them building around him already.
Well, yeah, I think that, honestly, I don't know if Herbert's going to like it in a way because here, I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry. Yeah. Herbert. Yeah, there we go. You look at Michigan. Mm-hmm. McCarthy was okay, but you look at Harbaugh when he had the 49ers.
Yeah.
What is he? He's a ground and pound, run the football.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why they thought, okay, we'll get our money elsewhere. And they got rid of Allen and Mike Williams and Gerald Everett and Austin Eckler. He wants a physical running back to pound the ball between the tackles and then use play action for his passing game. I don't know how much Herbert's going to like it. His freewheeling days are over. Raiders, nah. Raiders, your quarterback is going to be Gardner Minshew. No.
Mm-hmm.
And the backup is Aiden O'Connell. That's not Super Bowl caliber quarterbacks. So there, I think, like I said, Eagles, Rams, Lions, Niners.
Mm.
And I like Chiefs, Dolphins. And could be the Texans.
Really? You think they're for real?
Oh, my God. What they picked up in the offseason, they already had Tank Dell and Nico Collins, who were great young wide receivers with Stroud. Mm-hmm. Now they pick up Joe Mixon from the Bengals and Stephon Diggs from the Bills. That's a scary offense.
It is. It is.
If they can put it together.
Mm-hmm.
And defense, their coach, D'Amico Ryan's head coach, is a great defensive coach.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who do you like?
Well, I have to go with the teams that are playing tomorrow. City and Baltimore for AFC. I think picking up with Baltimore picking up the running back. Oh, I can't remember his name already.
Derrick Henry.
Yes, thank you. I think if they use him right, and it's how they use use them is how how far they'll go because
how much tread does he have left on the tires?
Right. In Kansas City, unless there's a mass amount of injuries or one injury to,
Mahomes.
But,
he is incredible. He is incredible. The plays he pulls out of his ass are unreal.
Doesn't he remind you in basketball terms of Steph Curry?
Yeah, he's a playmaker. Yep. Yeah. I mean, he's a winner. Mm-hmm. He's a playmaker. I mean, that's the greatest draft pick in Kansas City Chiefs history.
Oh yeah,
and they've had good ones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, last year I didn't think they had the receivers to do it, so I'm not going to say a damn word this year.
Mm-hmm.
Not with him and Kelsey still around.
Yeah.
But the reason they won it is their defense got a hell of a lot better than what it was.
Yeah, that was one of them where the defense pretty much led them to the Super Bowl.
Yes. All right, who will win the AFC North? Josh? I know I'm going to piss Pittsburgh Steelers people off. But if they're healthy, the NFC, notice I said if they're healthy, the NFC North is the Bengals. There is too much talent on that offense with Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, T. Higgins. I know they lost Mixon, but still, there is too much talent on that offense. And I'm not a believer anymore in 37-year-old Russell Wilson.
Gotta agree with you there.
Just not. Mm. And they tried to get Ayuk, Ayuk would have changed them. Who do they got after Pickens at wide receiver? Who do they got? They got nobody. They let Deontay Johnson go. Nah, Bengals. Cleveland, Josh says.
Nah.
Definitely their defense is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Their defense is awesome, which will keep them in almost every game. But look at Deshaun Watson the last 2 years, how shitty he's been. And
Mm-hmm.
Nick Chubb's trying to come back from major knee injury.
Didn't his explode last year?
Yeah, and they do have Amari Cooper, but no. I think it's the Bengals in the North.
Yeah, I agree. I hate to say it. I think Pittsburgh is going to be over 500 again. They'll be battling down to the last couple of weeks of making the wild card. But,
yeah.
I don't see them making that jump to that next level yet. Still not ready.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, hell. NFC North, and I forgot the Ravens.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I guess.
I'm still going to go with the Bengals when they're healthy. I am a guy that is not a believer, a lover in Lamar Jackson. I know he's starting to throw more, but he's still a runner.
Yeah.
And you can honestly say that about him as long as he's been in the league. He can't win a big playoff game.
Right. Well,
he can't.
He reverted to that running last year when they were playing Kansas City. He did so well throughout the year passing the ball, but when he got pressured and he went back to his natural instincts and ran the ball more than what he did throwing.
Yeah, and that's what he does. Whenever things go wrong, it's his natural tendency to run, and he can't. He can't. He is one of those quarterbacks that's actually true. When it's a big playoff game, he loses.
Mm-hmm.
He loses. So I'm going to take the Bengals in that division. Joe Burrow is not a fluke. If he's healthy, he's a stud.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, let's get to high school.
Oh, okay. Cool.
These were the scores last week. Bedford. We said Penns Valley would struggle this year, Mr. Varner. 35-0 over Penns Valley. Bald Eagle area beat Central Cambria 39-13. We already mentioned Juniata with the big win over Steel High 29-14. Mount Union 20-7 over Berlin Brothers Valley. Belfont 28-11 over Chestnut Ridge. Altoona and State College 57-0 State College. And Northern York 41-34 over Mifflin County in double overtime. And I have to bring this up. How do you blow a 27-7 lead with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter? How?
It's a tough one.
And that's what they did. And they lost a game they should have won.
Mm-hmm.
They were dominating them through 3 quarters. Well, 2.5. And then, I don't know. That's wild. Oh, I forgot one because it didn't fit in. Penn Cambria beat Phillipsburg 32-13. Let's go to this week's games.
Okay.
On Friday, 1-1 Juniata travels to Herndon to take on the Line Mountain Eagles, 1-1.
What a showdown. That's probably going to lead the highlight reel for this week. Both teams tough. Line Mountain last year, I think they beat Juniata, and I think Juniata is going to look for a little payback. They're going to be ready after coming off a good win against Steel High. So I'm going to say 28-21.
Oh, my God. I was going to have the same score.
Oh, wow.
So it must be true. Yeah, I agree with the same narrative. Juniata, it's got to have momentum after beating Steel High. And they want that revenge against Line Mountain. So Line Mountain came down and beat Juniata at home. I'm going to say 28-21, Juniata.
Nice.
The Penns Valley Rams, 0-2, who lost so much, travel to Wingate to take on 10th ranked Bald Eagle area. They are 10th in 4A. Wait, 2A, sorry. 10th in 2A. Bald Eagle is 1-1. Your thoughts?
Oh man, this is going to be an ugly one. Penns Valley just don't have the horses like Bald Eagle still does, and Bald Eagle, even though they lost a lot of players to graduation, still has quite the shell of the team that they had before. So, 35-7, Bald Eagle.
I agree with what you said. Bald Eagle, even with all the losses, graduated. Penns Valley has more. Bald Eagle has Carson Eagle, 42-7. This one, our surprising Red Raiders, 2-0, but they got to go take on Bishop Guilfoyle, 2-0, the number one ranked team in single A football in the state.
Well, even though I live in Bellefonte, and I see a lot of people, I think it's Bishop Guilfoyle because they just have the total package. They kind of beat up on Bald Eagle earlier in the season, and Bellefonte, they're an up and coming team, but you know, here again, their third real tough test of the season. Now they were successful the first two, but I don't think yet they're at the point to beat a Bishop Guilfoyle team, but they're not far from it. So I'm going to say 32-13 and Bishop Guilfoyle.
Boy, we're getting very close in scores in that. Bishop Guilfoyle, yeah, I saw some of the stream of Bald Eagle area BG. They are really big for a single A team on the line. And I think it's going to be too much for Bellefonte. I'm going to say 35-12 Guilfoyle. Okay. Mount Union, 2-0 at Curwensville. The Golden Tide, 0-2. Your thoughts?
Well, I think Mount Union's on a roll. Being 2-0, they are going to roll into Curwensville. They're going to ride the wave, and I think it's going to be a 28-0 victory for Mount Union.
Yeah, I think this is going to be an easy win for the Trojans. They've been looking really good here to start the early part of the season. And I'm going to say even worse. I'm going to say 51-6. Next up, state honorable mention in AAA, Clearfield, 2-0, travels to Phillipsburg to take on the 1-1 Mounties.
Boy, oh boy, this one has upset written all over it.
Oh, you think so?
I just have that feeling that with a win over Clearfield, Phillipsburg will just blossom from there, and I think that they can do it. They're at home. They're in front. Their crowds always pack a good crowd, no matter what their season is. I'm gonna say Phillipsburg's gonna win 21-20.
Wow, you heard it here first.
Upset alert.
I'm not that optimistic. I'm going to say Clearfield. It's going to be 27-14. Okay, the Wildcats of Mechanicsburg, 2-0. One of the favorites in the Mid-Penn Keystone, taking on 1-1 Mifflin County in the Huskies home opener.
This one also has upset written all over it. You factor in the last season of Mitchell Field. You throw in the loss last week. how they're going to be ticked off at how they lost. And I'm sure practice this week did not go easy for the Huskies. They also have they're honoring the Central Keystone football teams. And you put all that together, you got a packed crowd. I think Mifflin County is going to rebound and rebound big. I'm going to say 28-10.
I am the one that people will hate. I think the exact opposite. I think the loss against Northern York was crushing when it should have been theirs. And I don't think they're going to get over it. And Mechanicsburg has a ton of talent on the offensive side of the ball. I am going to go Mechanicsburg. The Wildcats will win it 26-20. Sorry, Mifflin County. And on Saturday, the game of the week. Number 7, State College, 2-0, takes on number 8, Harrisburg, 1-1. And Harrisburg, to me, was a surprise, beat Bishop McDevitt last week.
Wow.
They lost in the opener to LaSalle, which is no slouch. You know that.
Not at all.
So we got a good one here. State College, they lost Sheffy to Harrisburg. Linto and them got to be pissed off at the Cougars, but can they stop Harrisburg? That's a question. Go ahead, Kenny.
I believe that they are. I believe all that factor. I believe that Coach Linto had his guys all pumped and ready for this one for the factors that you just said. It's going to be a close one, but in the end, it's going to be State College 35-28.
Okay. I would have given this to Harrisburg. Even though they beat McDevitt, that's impressive. But Sean Lee was ruled ineligible, the quarterback. And I think it's going to be close, but I think 35-30 State College. What do you think, buddy?
Oh, I think it's going to be 35-28. Yep.
Oh, that's right. You said that, didn't you?
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm like, I guess I'm going deaf now too. All right. Let's do a quickie. Penn State against Bowling Green. What is your score?
I'm calling for upset alert.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
I'm not. I'm going to say Penn State 49, Bowling Green 7.
Okay, we're close. I had it 42-7. They're going to come get their check, leave, be happy with the money, but they're going to get spanked. Absolutely. All right, we come to Kenny Varner's shout-outs. I'm sure you have some, Mr. Varner.
Yes, I have just a few today. The first.
Hold on.
Okay.
Oh, no, we can't do it without the music. Feeding the Ducks and Kenny Varner with his shout-outs. Go for it.
Okay. I want to give a shout-out to Bellefonte Athletic Director. Deb Moore. She's been at the helm quite a few years. She's always been great. She was the backbone behind a lot of the athletic teams, and has always been there. Just a great overall person, very helpful. Sad to see her go. So that's my first shout out. Thank you, Deb, for all you've done for the school, for me, for the area. Good luck on your retirement.
Do they have a replacement lined up yet?
Yeah. They.
I didn't get a call.
Well, their tennis courts aren't too good. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't think they have tennis, do they?
No, they don't. No. And my next one is the Juniata football team. I can't just give it to one person. The way they turned the momentum around and just put a physical beating on the defending state champions is was just so impressive. Um, they were down 14-0 real quick, and instead of you know putting their heads down and feeling sorry for themselves, they got themselves back in and ended up coming out with the win. So congratulations, and hopefully that'll propel you in your game against Line Mountain coming up. So
Nice.
next
Any?
show. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say any others.
Just one more. We talked about this before. The Belfont football team 2-0 against two real tough teams. Um, I think if the season goes the way I think it might, we're going to see quite the District 6 championship game between Juniata and Belfont this year. So congratulations, Belfont, on your win this week, and hopefully you'll come through again Friday night.
Awesome.
So that is my shout outs for tonight. Short and sweet this time.
All right. What do you got coming up on Friday for football?
I am traveling to the big city of Wingate. I'm covering Bald Eagle and Penns Valley.
Nice.
Should be a fun game, weather permitting. Hopefully it stays dry. But it's always fun to go to Bald Eagle and cover games there. Nice field. Doug Dyke is great. Helps the media out quite a bit. So
Who the hell's Doug Dyke? No, Doug's been on our show. Great guy.
Yeah,
great athletic director.
That man is the heart and soul of Bald Eagle sports. Definitely.
Yeah, he loves it, man. He loves that. He loves the school. He loves the team.
Mm-hmm. And the kids love him. It's great.
I am actually, and I don't know why I get asked, covering a game.
Oh, wow.
I am doing Mifflin County and Mechanicsburg over the stream.
Oh, wow.
Since I can't physically be there.
Right.
And I don't know if you've ever tried to cover a game over the stream.
No.
I have, but it's very difficult to keep stats.
Oh, I'm sure that they don't have the announcers or anything. You can't really hear, can you?
Right, and you're not down on the field. So it's very hard to see where the ball is and to keep stats. So, but I'm going to give it my best shot. So I got that, Mifflin County and Mechanicsburg, since thankfully Mifflin County streams their home games.
Awesome.
Knowing my luck, something will happen to the stream. And then I'll have to tell Anthony, well, you should have got somebody else. But I'm going to give it the old college try. I haven't covered a game in a while. So that's my thing.
Awesome.
Any final words, Mr. V, before we wrap this up tonight?
Just I just want to say, all you fans out there, go see your favorite athlete in all their sports. Go Friday night, support the football team. Always a great time and very festive time, no matter who's winning, who's losing at these football games. Enjoy it. Enjoy the last year, Mifflin County. Enjoy the last year, Mitchell Field. Just go out and support your local athletes.
Absolutely. Well said. Good job. Yeah, it is the last at Mitchell Field, so get out there for the home game, support these guys, and cheer them on. They deserve it.
Yep.
All right, that's going to wrap it up for tonight on the press box. For Kenny Varner, I'm Brian Carson. Thank you very much for listening. We'll be back next Wednesday. Take care, everybody. Have a great weekend.
Good night, everybody, and thanks for listening.
Okay. Same to you, Josh. God bless and be safe. Good night.